Alright, we're back after, what, 2 weeks?
3 weeks.
2 weeks, 3 weeks at Some Guy and John. I'm John, next to me is Some Guy.
With a special guest.
Adam Casey's.
Hello.
He's gonna announce himself, he's so confident.
I am guy confident indeed.
Which is great.
And we're back for part 2 of Westworld. The series has wrapped.
Yes, and we are very, very pleased about that. I mean, not that it's wrapped, but...
It's over and we can talk some more about it.
You got it.
And there's no...
With all the spoilers.
And there's no quarter. We're going straight to spoilers.
Well, I mean, we did the first one already on Westworld already, and I think we said wonderful things about it.
Yeah.
So...
You have to talk about the ending if you're going to talk about this show. It's all about the ending.
Do you want to start at the end?
No, we don't start at the end. I'm just making a...
Why don't we start with your need to talk about creepy CGI Anthony
Oh,
Hopkins?
yeah.
Okay, that was my one problem,
need
is
that.
the weird effect of young CGI Anthony Hopkins.
The weird effect?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's sort of into spoil territory, but there are like multiple timelines going on in the story, and one of them, the one that takes place when he's a very young man, the weird CGI effects they use to make Anthony Hopkins look young is strange and off-putting. I said it. It is strange and off-putting. The technology is not up to code.
Well, no, the technology exists. The way that they used it was the problem because, like I said in the car on the way to pick you up, the problem with it with CJ Anthony Hopkins is it's a person walking down the hall. He doesn't. I don't think he blinks. He doesn't move. It's just that face. It's just a face on a head walking down the hall. He doesn't turn his head. There's no interaction.
It's a guy with an Anthony Hopkins mask on his face.
Yeah,
walking
basically.
down the hallway.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it is.
Who was told not to move and not to look at anything. Just walk straight down
He
the
had
hall
a
and turn.
blue mask on, and they painted
Yeah.
his face on it. Okay, fine. So it's not up to the... What do I want to compare it to?
It's the
Michael Douglas?
Well,
It just
Young
it
version
sticks out because there's nothing else like it in the show. That
it's the worst effect in the entire show because the rest of it's all basically practical effects.
It's not for very long, though. And because we do see Anthony Hopkins not young, but younger.
It's just, if my reaction to that was, oh, that's Anthony Hopkins, and then there would be no problem at all. But it wasn't. It was, my first reaction was, what the fuck is that thing? It doesn't look human. There's some weird CGI effect going on in the guy's face. What the hell's wrong with that? It was only like the second time they even realized that was Anthony Hopkins.
One bad effect doesn't ruin it.
No, absolutely not.
But
I just had to stop off by being negative, making fun of something.
okay, we can make fun of that. Okay, that's fine.
I just needed an excuse to be angry so you could yell, because it's the only way you can drown out the other people.
That cackling millennials off to one side.
The cackling millennials.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think the word cackling is appropriate.
Yeah, totally.
I would feel worried because one or two of them, well, one of them's taller than me, but I'm not worried about insulting them because, well, look at them. They're not tough.
Stay on target.
Stay on target.
I'm trying.
So, I have to hate to say it. I'll say this right up front. I was disappointed with the way the show ran.
I couldn't hear you over the room.
He incorrectly said that he was disappointed with the way the show ended, but he's wrong because it was a great ending.
No, it was a great ending, but I'm kind of let down because for me there was so much exposition in the last 2 episodes.
I dug it.
That it could have been it could have just been a 2.5 hour, 3 hour movie.
Yeah, it could have been, but they're
building,
the
exposition but it's building.
But they're going to be building to a season 2, which is what I'd much rather like, since there already is a 2.5 hour long.
You have to put in your homework when you're watching this show. You have to pay attention to every single line and memorize every single interaction because everything will come around again. Dialogue was repeated many other times. I didn't even realize this. I watched internet videos about this later after I watched the show.
Oh, you're not supposed to do that before the podcast.
You're not?
You're not.
Oh God, I broke one of your secrets.
It fucks up all your perceptions.
All right, Adam,
it's okay though.
I only watched one.
It's fine. Don't worry about
it. It's okay.
Okay, technically 2, but it was the same guy, so it was all.
It's okay.
Alright, cool.
It's okay.
Awesome.
Totally not a big deal.
It was a fun, good
I dug it
well
since.
thought out show.
All right, here's what I came with every single episode, and I watched a lot of them with Rachel, and we both kind of turned to each other and both said, "I'm really confused," and that part makes me angry because about this one or two or maybe even three things that confuses me at the end of every single episode.
Yeah.
And I have answers from the last time, but now I have more questions than I have answers.
Can we talk about
We
what?
walked away every single time with that. We have more questions than answers. Every single time. But you know what? We're like, that's the mark of a really good show.
Can we talk about the plot so the audience will know what the hell we're talking about?
Oh yeah, brief sum up.
There's Ed Harris is Billy.
Well, no, brief sum up.
The end.
Westworld is the place where you can go and interact with robots that are really lifelike in the Old West and do whatever you want. What's the kind of like the catchphrase? Everybody's there to fight or fuck.
So it's like Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Hence why it's written by the same
but
guy.
With cowboys.
Written by the same guy who wrote Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, the original short story.
Right.
Yeah. The inspiration.
Right. So instead of dinosaurs, it's cowboys, and you can go in and play with the cowboys and do whatever you want. And they're so lifelike, you can't really tell the difference. So you can fight them, you can fuck them, you can do whatever you want with them.
Yeah. Or you can just kind of live there if you have the money with
$40K
a day.
Well, listen, that was a guy. That's our main character.
Yeah.
Now we're jumping back into you should have known all this by now.
Yeah.
Territory. He was paying. His almost brother-in-law.
Yeah.
The guy last time we see him, he gets sent off on that horse naked, presumably to die.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, because there's no analog for him.
Right? He just leaves.
He's gone from the story after that.
He's gone.
He never comes back.
So presumably he goes off to die, which is fine. I never liked him anyway.
Yeah.
But it was him who said, well, for $40,000 a day, it better be good.
Yeah.
They weren't paying it. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
They were there free of charge.
They were investors.
Because they were
right?
investors.
They were investors.
And they were just
out the thing.
they were just scoping it out.
They're just two rich yuppies out for a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're not paying for it. I mean, they kind of are because they're investors, but they're not paying $40,000 a day. It's complimentary because they're investors to go out there and do whatever they want.
What's his name?
Long they want.
I want to say Jessica Simpson, but I know that's not it. But his name is very close to that.
His name is close to Jessica Simpson?
Yes, the guy who plays Mr. Whitehat. The young version of...
Billy? You mean William?
Yes.
You mean
Young
Doyle McPoyle?
Yes, also known as Doyle McPoyle.
That is Doyle, right?
Yes, that is Doyle.
No. Doyle's the football player.
It's one of the McPoyles.
It's the lead McPoyle.
It's the lead McPoyle.
The eldest McPoyle. Which he'll always be that to me.
Yeah,
I don't care if he wins an Emmy for this show, and he might.
And his career has taken off. He's done some serious shit.
He's great. And if I ever met him, I would say, wow, I really love Westworld. But you are always going to be a McPoyle to me. I'm sorry. Get in your robe, drink milk, and go
he's
make out with your brother.
He's kind of the awkward pussy.
Well,
that's kind of what he was in this, but then he had that love.
No, because he comes through. What his almost brother-in-law says is like, you're going to go find yourself here.
Yeah,
and it's true. You find out he's really a bad person.
He's really fucking just...
But
he's not, though. That's the weird thing.
No, see, that's what I want to shit on. Okay, so I know you, Adam, you want to shit on the horrible CGI for Anthony Hopkins, and that's fair. Okay.
Yeah.
But I have a deeper shit on.
What's that?
Which is that I was bummed out that William turns out to be Ed Harris.
Yeah,
and an asshole.
Yeah.
I was rooting for William.
I love that.
And that love story was great because every time I see Teddy and Dolores,
yeah,
and I'm just like, well, Teddy's a loser. He gets killed every single time.
Yeah.
And I feel sorry for Teddy, but I don't want him to get the girl. I want William to get the girl.
Well,
maybe it's just me. I love that because
it's a great
it completely became out of nowhere for me. And looking back, it seems really obvious. But yeah, that totally caught me blindsided. I didn't even guess
we
that.
talked about it, and we debunked it on the first one.
We debunked it because
really?
Yeah, totally. Because it was one of the theories.
No, we talked about we debunked it, but the way
how could you? Because he didn't show up until the second episode. Ha ha ha.
Listen, my ha ha ha. I know why that theory is not true because I heard the theory on the internet like a lot of people, which is Ed Harris is really William.
Yeah, Rachel brought that in.
And Rachel brought it up, and I was like, wait a minute, that doesn't make any sense. And everyone's like, yes, it does. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. I was like, no, it doesn't, because Bernard doesn't age. So you tell me if it's 20 years later or 30 years later, how come Bernard looks exactly the same? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I didn't know at the time because they hadn't shown us that Bernard was a host the entire fucking time.
I knew.
I didn't know that.
See, I knew.
So I was like, oh, that's it. That's, like A Beautiful Mind. How do you know? The little girl never gets older. That's how you know she's fake.
Yeah, as it went
20
years
go by, the little girl doesn't grow up.
As it went on, I knew either Anthony Hopkins or Bernard was a host.
You did?
No, after we talked. As I was watching it on Wednesday.
Oh, when I said you gotta catch up,
Yeah, when I was catching up, I was like, one of these two fuckers is a host.
Well, yeah.
One of them has to be a fucking host.
Yeah.
But I do have a favorite scene.
I appreciate the twist with the story, with Ed Harris being William. I was just really bummed out because...
I didn't like it.
Because although I root for Ed Harris too, I was, the entire show, I was actually rooting for him because, it's like some kids root for Darth Vader.
Yeah.
It's just kind of fun to root for Darth
Vader. He
Vader.
was the biggest Darth Vader that ever Darth Vader.
And you know what?
I mean, they went for broke when they just said, we need to make a bad guy. Let's talk about Ed Harris as a character.
Ed Harris guy. The Rock.
I'm just saying, like, for the
audience,
let's get into Ed Harris' character.
He actually played the same villain in this that he played in the Truman Show.
Yeah.
Because he wanted everything to be better.
Anthony Hopkins was his character in the Truman Show. He was the creator.
Yeah.
Had control over everything.
But he actually cared about Truman in the Truman Show. He just wanted everything to be as perfect as possible so he could get what he wanted out of it, exactly like this.
If anything, he got to play Truman.
It's kind of weird because
Anthony, if anything, I'd say he played Truman when he was younger. And when he grew up, he just became an asshole.
In this, I'd say Anthony Hopkins and Ed Harris want exactly the same thing, but their goals are completely different.
Well,
because Ed Harris is on the outside, Anthony Hopkins is on the inside.
Well, Ed Harris is William, and he's done every single it's like any video game like Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
He's played every mission. He's done every side mission. He's got every achievement. He's done it all because he's been in there for fucking 20 years.
Yeah, he's fucked around to see what you can just do when you're fucking around.
And he essentially owns the place with whatever company he works for or works with or owns. Whatever. They mention it kind of. Dallas, yeah. So, but essentially, he's in there the entire time. He lets the company outside run itself.
Yeah,
and he's just playing all the missions.
Yeah, and he wants more.
You know what? Ask anybody who's addicted to Grand Theft Auto. That's exactly what you would do if you were in that position, and it was Grand Theft Auto instead. You'd play all.
Yeah. Can I talk briefly about my favorite moment in the entire series? When, at the very end, spoiler alerts, when the.
We're all spoilers here.
Okay.
This is
don't
a
listen
to ridden.
We should have said at the beginning.
At the end,
if you don't know by now, this is spoiler.
At the end, all hell breaks loose. All of the robots turning into the masters. There's a lot of killing going on, and when the horde of Indian robots come in, and that one girl shoots him in the arm, and he just looks at his arm and has that look of pure joy on his face.
He's happy.
We need to meme that. That is a truly meme-worthy moment.
Well, that's because he finally felt a real bullet.
Because, he finally got...
No, he finally felt that
so real
happy.
Bullet. Yeah. He's been saying the whole time, I wish it was more real. Yeah. Because that's the one thing it's missing.
Yeah.
It's got everything else. I played every side game.
It's no fun if you know you're going to lose. It's no fun if you know you're going to win.
If you have God mode on the entire time, it's not as fun anymore.
Yeah.
There's nothing at stake. That's
my
what
favorite moment.
He's right. So when he finally took the bullet to the arm,
he's like,
I finally got shot. Really, for once,
It was
I can now.
Everything he wanted came true in that moment.
My favorite moment is when they find Bernard and the tech that's been helping out Maeve.
Oh, that poor guy.
I love that guy.
I love him. I feel so sorry for him.
The tech that's been helping him out, he's like, oh, am I a host?
The moment
she's like,
when
for fuck's sake, you're a human being. You're one of them. You're not one of us.
He's just looking at his hands. That's great.
Let's go.
Let's go. You don't have to hesitate about doing anything violent.
Are you sure I'm not a robot?
For her, I almost wanted her to say, stay on target. We got fucking work to do.
The best line between Maeve and that attack, I find his name. Somebody put it in the line below this. But whoever that guy is. My favorite line is right at the end where he gives her the little piece of paper.
Oh yeah, she says you're a horrible human being.
You're a horrible human being, and he kind of scrunches his face and sighs a little bit, and she's like, I meant that as a compliment.
Yeah.
Because she's not a human being.
Yeah,
so
and he's
you're
like,
a horrible human being.
And he even still cares. He's like, I've watched you kill people, gut people, do all this shit. You're gonna, when this all comes out, I'm gonna get fired. The best thing that can happen to you is getting fired. I'm probably gonna get assassinated. But he's like, are you sure you want to do this? Are you gonna be okay? Out there, I almost had the feeling that if the show was longer, or even if it was like a movie, he was like, here's my address if you want to look me up on the outside.
It was like, what, 10 episodes?
Yeah.
If you didn't feel something for the hosts by the end,
Yeah.
you didn't get the show.
Yeah.
The trick of the show didn't work on you.
No.
Like, if you're one of those soulless people who went through the show and just like, I only give a shit about the humans, and I just treat all the hosts as if they're just machinery and not giving a shit about
good,
them.
robot bad.
Yeah, if you just
you have
do
that mindset, yeah.
if you just do that, you're gonna miss big emotional parts of the show that make us love it. So you have to have that kind of feeling. So at the end, he has that feeling obviously too. So that's the greatest way for us to sympathize with that character.
Yeah,
he feels like we do. Is she gonna be okay? Because
is she gonna be okay? Because he's like,
well, she's scared. She doesn't know what awaits her outside.
Yeah, and she
doesn't know if she's gonna leave her daughter inside or not.
That really pissed me off. But I understand why they did it.
That bothered me a little bit. But
I would have been fine with it.
I let it go.
I would have been fine with her for the season finale. Her thing being Ex Machina. The train doors open. And
no,
you show
but see, here's the thing:
if
she goes out, she ain't coming back. We'll never see her again.
But that's
if you want to see her in season 2, then you got to send her off like there, and then you'll never see her again. The problem is that she ain't Anthony Hopkins, and she ain't Ed Harris. She's not as highly paid as those seasoned actors.
Well, see,
they can't probably keep Anthony Hopkins or Ed Harris on the payroll for another season. This probably cost them a fortune at HBO. With Anthony Hopkins and Ed Harris for a season on a TV show.
But I'll
that's gotta be fucking expensive.
You gotta believe. I knew going in, there's no way Anthony Hopkins is making it out of this alive. It had nothing to do with the story. It had everything to do with the fact that they cannot afford to keep Anthony Hopkins on the payroll.
Well, here's another
year.
Well, here's another.
And why the hell
would
he want to just do TV now? I mean, he could do whatever movie he wants. He's Sir Anthony Hopkins.
He's Anthony motherfucking Hopkins. goddammit.
Here's the thing, though.
It's fucking Hannibal Lecter. He can do whatever he wants. Why the hell would he want to just sign on for a 5-year deal with HBO for eternity?
Because he can do whatever he wants.
Yeah, but maybe he doesn't want to do that.
Yeah, well, okay.
And plus, not to mention,
not for too long anyway.
Yeah, and in the meantime, you got to believe he's getting paid a boatload to do this. He has to be.
Oh yeah, totally.
How else do you hire Anthony Hopkins?
Yeah, he is a draw.
Oh yeah,
he's a total draw.
As soon as that Harris shows up in the trailer, I was like, I'm watching this.
Yeah.
And then I saw Anthony Hopkins. Oh well, fuck, I'm definitely watching this.
Yeah.
Hannibal Lecter. Oh yeah, let's see it.
Your light's off.
My light's off. We're on to you.
Okay.
My battery's set full charge.
Well, I got batteries.
We have a light off. We have a light off. Is it back on?
Oh. Card full. No, it's the card.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess we're just on mine.
All right, that's fine.
All right, we are down one microphone.
We're down one microphone, but that's okay.
We are down one microphone.
There are worse things.
Hey, don't move the mic away from me, you son of a bitch.
I have to.
No.
It has to be
spitting on the mic.
It has to be.
Oh, fuck you.
It has to be in the center.
So the card's for the. Well, I told you the mic. It wasn't the battery.
So let's go.
Those are tears of joy.
Let's go through.
I did my homework this time. I brought fresh batteries.
Let's go through. Let's go through the bad, then the good.
The bad, then the good.
And we'll end on a good note.
All right, the bad for each.
For me, I have a lot of bad.
Go ahead.
A lot of bad.
Keep it succinct, because I know how you go on. Even longer than me.
That's the point of it. But for me, I have a lot of bad. Show ends with, we've built people to take over the world or take over this park and run it themselves. And Anthony Hopkins, his character even says it. Human beings are at the top of the food chain because we kill everything else that comes along. Now we've created you. I don't see how the host can take over the world.
You don't?
No.
Oh, I do.
I do and I don't, but there's a... I do in the movie, TV show years and gaps of infiltrating society and getting out in the world, but immediately I'm like, I'm like, they're not. They're not
100 years.
No,
they're not.
Not as far as I see it. But let Guy finish.
We're not.
I don't think it is. But.
We're not dealing with Terminators. We're dealing with machines that are supposed to be as close to human as possible, so they have all those frailties. So, hey, this park full of synthetic humans has killed all the people that were there, and they're trying to take over the park. Kill all of them. that's not a feat that's impossible. That's not something
so this
that's out of the realm of
so this is something
possibility.
you don't like.
I don't like that. Now he's like, we had to get them to the point where they could defend themselves, and they're going to be the ones that are going to inherit the earth. But do any of them have any of them interacted with anything outside of this world? They'll be able to learn, but are they able to conquer the outside world?
Saying he. I think you really mean to say is Arnold. And Arnold felt bad when he created the park.
Arnold,
because Arnold was the one who put in this.
Well, no, I say he because
virus,
Anthony,
so to speak, in the update.
Yeah, Anthony
that
Hopkins
essentially
took it
gives
on
them the ability
to become human, to become living sentient
to remember
beings.
things.
Yeah.
Because the biggest problem that he noticed was when they don't remember anything, they stop being.
It's weird.
Yeah.
That
They won't learn from their mistakes, and that's how he sold the idea.
They didn't act together, but the two of these guys just separately were both responsible for what happened. With
What it is that
they
they wanted to open the park. Arnold said we can't open the park because we've created beings that have the potential to be sentient beings, and it's fucked up to do this to them. We have to kill all of them, destroy all this right
wanted
now.
To open the park.
Yeah. Yeah.
Arnold wanted to open the park.
Yeah.
Then, while they got going and getting started with the prototype,
they made them the best they could be.
Arnold came upon the realization that they could be something bigger here.
Yeah, yeah.
Ford was just like, let's just open the park and explore our own storylines. In fact, I'm going to make my little boy version of myself just to talk with in the park and have my own little family in the park. And it'll be a reflection of me. And that's the end of it. And it'll be a place for people to enjoy, and it'll be very interesting and thought-provoking. Arnold's like, we're on the verge of creating real artificial intelligence.
A new life form. Yeah.
Basically, a real form of life form. And you know what? If we give them the opportunity, let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Ford doesn't want to do that. Ford just wants to open the fucking park. Ford's a pragmatist. Arnold's the idealist.
Yeah, but see, that's my problem.
And so that's when you say they want to make them control and take over the world.
No, they do because Ford embraces that. Ford has said as much. I realized my mistake. I've taken 35 years to correct it. Now you are ready to take over the world.
He doesn't say take over the world.
Okay.
He doesn't say that.
Well,
he says go out into the world.
Well, Dolores does. This is.
No, Dolores gets that from Ed Harris. Ed Harris was the one explaining that.
Yeah.
Listen, the reason why humans are the.
But Dolores,
and later on, Ford backs it up.
Dolores has that whole little speech that's actually really good. When you're dead and gone, we're still going to be around. This is our world now.
Right, exactly.
It's for us, just like the maze isn't for you. It's for us.
Which is what somebody who's reached consciousness would say.
Yeah.
Just like if a human being who's reached consciousness would say.
But the context seems like, so are they going to take over the park and they're just going to live inside the park, or are they going to take over the world?
There's no plan.
Yeah, I think it's kind of anarchy.
It's anarchy.
They're being reactive because they're coming to the realization that they're trapped inside a world, and now they have consciousness.
Yeah,
and they're under the understanding. They have the reality that they are in fact trapped in a world, and they're going to do exactly what you or I would do. Yeah, which is try to break out.
Yeah,
it's
but
not
they can't.
necessarily
But what I'm saying is,
to take over the world. It's not a zombie apocalypse movie.
But what I'm saying
is, it's an effort to break out, and they're doing exactly what I would do. So when I see the tattoo girl
set up,
shooting it out, I'm kind of rooting for them.
Okay. Yeah. The end goal set up.
That's what I would do if I was them.
The end goal is
that was a great scene.
I love that.
That was a great fucking scene.
Is that the best you got?
Basically impossible.
Gods are pussies. I love that. Gods are pussies.
I mean, the end goal of the way that it seems to be set up is that they're going to inherit the earth or the park. Seems kind of impossible because you're not dealing with a superior life form. You're dealing with a different life form.
No, your second assumption, maybe.
Well, you're not dealing with a superior life form. You're dealing with a new life form.
Right.
They're not indestructible. In a war, let's say an all-out war breaks out because
you're
of this.
going way further.
That's the way they're kind of saying it.
No, they're not.
That's the way they've set it up.
They're taking over the park. It's a Crichton.
And they won't be able to.
The dinosaurs are taking over the park. Did the dinosaurs take over the world in any Jurassic Park movie?
And they won't. They won't. Well,
they don't really get out of the park.
Yeah.
Even when they have the opportunity, even when they have the opportunity to, they don't get out of the fucking park.
Well, if you want to hint at what they're hinting at for season 2, look at the scene where they go in and find the Shogun. Yes, exactly.
Shogun World. That I was super fucking amped about.
Well, see, I like that. I wanted Future World too.
He says, here is the location of your daughter, and
it says Park
1.
Yeah.
And then it says like Territory 5.
Yeah.
But Park 1, I'm like, oh, that's right. They went past Shogun World. I thought that was a prototype. No, fuck no. It said SW on the logo.
How many more worlds?
It was either Samurai World or Shogun World.
Yeah,
I like to think it was Shogun World because that sounds cooler.
But Samurai's all they show.
What is the difference?
Right.
Is that just Chinese, Japanese?
Japanese.
Yeah, Japanese.
Yeah, it would've been Japanese.
Shogun is Chinese.
Shogun
Is
is dynasties,
samurai,
lifestyles,
Right.
and everything. Samurais are just
Right. Okay.
people in that
Right,
world.
right.
They're two sides of the same
The
coin. but one
samurais
smaller,
are
it's
the,
probably Shogun World. Yeah.
The samurais are the warriors that belong to lords.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
like knights,
Yeah.
essentially. And then
Yeah,
when their lord
they're
gets
exactly
killed,
knights.
they
I think
become
that would be
leaderless, and then they become
If
Ronin.
they're making a world out of it, they would go samurai because that's the one with the name recognition.
I would want to see Ronin World instead, which are samurai without masters, because their masters were killed.
Yeah, we'll talk about name recognition.
I
Cowboy
would
doesn't
like to see that.
actually. What a cowboy does.
No, in Westworld.
Yeah,
isn't
yeah,
actually
that's why
what-
it's probably samurai.
Yeah.
It's actually because of the sophistication. It's probably Shogun World. Like
That's
you said.
that's what I think, and that's why I think it'd be cooler because
I really wanted to see Future World.
I know, but they only showed us Shogun World because we're already kind of in the future. So
Yeah.
What are they going to show? The
And I
future
do,
from
I
the
do
future?
like, I do
That's-
like how
come on.
the text like, she's like, what's all this? He's like,
It's complicated.
It's complicated.
It's complicated.
Yeah,
It's like
which
there's
makes
many
you,
parts.
which makes you think. We'd have to go back and watch. I didn't take the time to. Do they only show the complex that's in the middle of Westworld from one angle?
No.
Just with different
No.
sunsets and backgrounds. They show the whole circular thing.
Yeah.
So is that the central hub for?
I
Yeah,
think
what
so.
is the
Because of what it is.
geography in this
I
Yeah.
don't.
fucking park?
I don't
know.
I don't know because
How do they navigate through it? How do they go from one
don't
point in the other? I mean, there seems like there's this.
Well, they seem
much,
they seem to have a Willy Wonka
like
elevator.
a state, pretty much.
Well,
They
have
have
like
the Willy Wonka elevator
Yeah.
because they go in the
Yeah,
elevator
and they
it
have the
goes
Hunger
da-
Games overview,
and- Well,
too.
they go in the
Yeah.
elevator and the elevator goes down, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so the elevator goes down, and then when it comes back, and then somehow it comes up again.
No, they
in
walk
a different
under-
park of the park.
No, they walk underneath to the elevator that pops up wherever they're at inside the park.
I never saw that cut scene.
It was-
I
no,
see
it
them
was
go
the-
in the elevator, and then the elevator goes down, and then I see the elevator all of a sudden pop up in the middle of the fucking forest.
No, it was the Hemsworth. It was the Hemsworth.
And I never see that part.
He
the walking in between. I
He
never
like got
see
underneath
that.
to like the abandoned
Yeah.
mall. He walked to an elevator that's in a specific place.
No, the
he got in
abandoned-
it and it went straight up.
It's not the abandoned mall.
No, that's the
It's
framework of the way
it's-
it looks.
It's the first version of Westworld before
but
they had before.
it's the basement.
So in the basement, they
It's
have
the basement. They have elevators all
right.
over the place
so,
for access.
So Adam, I'm
points,
going to
yeah.
tell you.
Okay.
This guy doesn't remember. In the basement, they have a lobby with a fountain that's demolished and in bad disrepair, and then they have this big statue in the basement that says "Welcome to Westworld," greetings, shit like that on it for when people arrive in the basement with
Right.
no lights and
Wait.
everything's been.
So you're saying it's in the attic?
Okay,
No.
That
I'm
could be
saying-
the first. That could be the
I'm
first
saying
version.
what Guy's saying. Guy's saying it's
Oh
the
my
basement.
God.
What I'm saying
Yes,
is
I know.
that Guy's
That was a joke.
not remembering it properly.
No, what I'm saying is
It's
Westworld.
not, no,
was
it can't be the attic
just
because
like
it's
the,
underneath.
That was a joke. That was so obviously a joke.
I know.
How could you not get that?
I
was a-
did. I'm messing with you.
Okay, you don't know how to.
That was the first version before
Your
they had a
improv
problem.
skills need work. That's all I'm saying.
So I'd almost
They had
say,
a problem in the story.
I'd
They had a
almost say
problem,
Westworld came
and they had
first.
they had an uprising.
Yeah.
because they reference it, and then they had to shut down, lock down, and then they had to fix it.
Yeah.
and they had because they were saying like we've had this problem before.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so what happened was they had this problem before, and they fucked up the bottom floor, the first floor.
Yeah.
So now they just built on top of it, put a new floor in, and said, "Look, it's brand new." I think.
Okay.
I think.
I think
See,
that's what
But otherwise, I can't understand why the first floor all of a sudden isn't the first floor anymore, and it's just been
Well, see-
abandoned.
see, I
It's
thought
just
the
an abandoned
basement-
lobby.
Well,
you know?
see, I think it was.
Now everybody comes in at the train station.
Well, I think it was just evolution. Westworld was the first park, and it was a small park. It was that town. It was the basic main town, and that was the whole thing.
Oh, maybe.
Then
I don't know.
it worked, and it got bigger. Dolores found an investor that bought the company and poured money into it because he wanted to explore more and more and more.
So
they
I
built
still
other
understand
worlds,
why I still
yeah.
understand why they abandoned that lobby, but whatever. I'm sorry, I'm not buying that.
No.
I still don't understand why they abandoned the lobby, but I think it's because they had this accident that they all referenced.
They had
before.
an incident, yeah.
They had an incident before,
Yeah.
and as a result, they've locked down that floor and they don't use it anymore.
seemed
Except
like
for
in the
cold
testing
storage.
phase before the park
They
opens.
use it for cold storage.
Yeah.
It seems like in the testing
So,
phase before
yeah.
the park opened, there was a lot of shit that went wrong.
There was,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I think that has a lot
Well,
to
before
do
the
with
park
Arnold.
opened, all the hosts were killed.
Yes, that's
Well, yeah.
that's
And-
actually
and the one of
exactly
the
what I was
designers,
hinting at there.
Yeah.
Well, again, I think it was one of those.
I want to see how they pull it out, but a lot of it, like I said, my biggest problem is those last two episodes were like could have made the whole thing.
The way I see it is the whole story is kind of a battle of what is the goal of the park, which is Arnold on one side and Ford on the other, and in the end, Arnold post-mortem won.
But no.
He won because he wanted to see if they could gain consciousness and get an AI, and they did.
But it wasn't. It was never a battle. Though. That's the thing. Ford even says it was never a battle. Ford even says Arnold wanted to free them. They weren't ready. He didn't know how to. I didn't agree with him until Arnold died.
And then he agrees with
Then I completely agreed with him, and I've been taking 35 years to correct my mistake.
There you go.
I believe that I've corrected it.
I think that's exactly what it is.
That's it. Yeah, they were on the same side.
That's what I'm saying.
The Ford became Arnold as soon as Arnold died.
Just because it happened in the 35th hour.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. It still won.
Yeah.
Still won, yeah.
You know? 35th quarter of the game.
Yeah.
Not the fourth quarter.
It's
definitely not the 35th.
I do want to see where it goes, and I really want to get some time in Shogun or Samurai World. I'm like, fuck, that would be so awesome.
I think they're gonna go with a bunch of whatchamacallit.
And I think Park 1 we don't know.
It is Park 1.
Well, I don't know what
Westworld.
Park 1 is.
It's Westworld.
Yeah.
They said it. This is where your daughter from Westworld is.
No, they said this is where your daughter is.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Like maybe Westworld is in Park 1.
Yeah, well, maybe Westworld is in Park 1.
And it's Park 3 or something.
Yeah.
Oh, goddamn, I didn't even think about that.
And they just transfer.
That would be great. You know what? I would like to see Rome World. Ancient Rome.
We can go for hours.
We can go for hours.
I'd like
about
to
the
see
different
Star
ones.
Wars World.
Yeah.
I would like to see that too.
As long, it seems like they'll be sticking. There's seem to be multiple ones. They're going to be sticking to the olden themes. And since this is based on a movie from like the 70s, where they had multiple different places, including Rome World, that actually was one of them.
But see, Rome World is so fucking expensive.
So
Westworld is
no,
because Rome World
$40,000 a day.
Yeah, no, but think about it this to build
$40,000 a day is how much
build
they
and shoot though.
Charge
because Rome World is
$40,000 a day,
is stone and marble. Westworld is wood and rocks.
Okay, that's true.
Yeah,
to shoot and produce. You know, Rome World is
but
fucking
if you
Rome.
Go into
the
a
Colosseum.
budget, if you want to go into a budget, you can say the same thing about Samurai or Shogun World.
Well, that's still wood. That's still wood.
Be too. Well, that also would.
That's
be
still like
expensive.
That's still kind of like
that
the Old West,
as
though.
Expensive as Rome to shoot.
Stay on target.
Yeah, guys, stay on target.
And who wants to see Rome? Would you rather watch Romans or Samurais?
Thank you.
It's super ridiculous.
So there was already a show called Rome on HBO, and it's off the air because everybody stopped watching it. So we saw that. Rome's not going to work.
I'm just theorizing. What are your guesses for some of the other worlds? Is what I'm saying. That's my theory. What are yours?
Oh, okay.
It's going to be whatever the focus group says they'd rather see more.
Yeah.
And I think the first thing they're going to say is,
but I think
we want to see more Westworld. The second thing they're going to say is, let's see what happens in Shogun World.
Yeah.
Because I make you a bet, all those focus groups are not filled with 100 creative people.
Yeah,
they're going to watch an episode, probably the last episode, and the HBO execs are going to ask them, what would you want to see more of? And they're going to, for their first instinct is, we want to see season 2. We want to see our characters again. We want to see all these characters. We want to see what happens after the uprising. Well, that's all Westworld.
I still say
Ed Harris. And then the second thing they're going to say,
Ed Harris should have been bald as an homage.
Can I guys ask you a question?
Yeah.
If there was a third world other than Westworld and Samurai / Shogun
future world to keep it done with the original movie.
Can you wait till I finish the question?
Sorry.
What would your world be? John, you definitely go first.
Oh, me first.
Yes.
Oh, wonderful. I'm going to go with Marvel World.
Marvel World.
Yeah.
Marvel superheroes?
Yeah, I want to see Spidey float around. But I'd also like to see
see Spidey hanging out with Wolverine.
Sure, but I also want to see Jesse Jones bouncing around too.
Mm-hmm.
Jones?
Yeah, Jessica Jones.
Jessica Jones.
Yeah.
Are you guys caught up on Westworld at all?
Yeah, we're doing
finishing the podcast.
We're doing a podcast on it. Yeah.
Dude. Okay, so you saw like the samurai in like the last one. I mean, that was
Yeah.
We're talking about.
So that opens
Yeah.
up like.
Oh, what's your name?
Oh
Josh.
Josh. Josh is joining us on the podcast, and that's why we do it in a bar.
That's how we do it in a bar.
Yeah.
That is why we do it in a bar, people.
That and the classic music we don't pay for.
But
Josh,
so
what is your opinion on weird CGI Anthony Hopkins?
Back to this.
Are you pro or anti
Adam, you are
CGI Anthony
It's not
Hopkins?
symmetrical, dude.
It's not.
He has like.
It's a bad
His
effect.
head is too big.
That's my one complaint about the show was that effect was fucking terrible and it totally took me out of the show.
He's
That's
like
my
too
one
skinny.
complaint.
He
He's
looks like a
way
snake
too
baby.
skinny. It was just like a guy with a weird like Anthony Hopkins mask on his face walking
right.
down the hallway.
Yeah.
It just
And
totally.
as a result, Adam hates the show.
No, that's my one complaint.
It
My
ruined it
only
for him.
complaint.
Wow.
And also,
Fuck you.
I've never seen Anthony Hopkins in any type of movie where he walks that fast, anyways. So,
That's true.
Yeah, that was-
He takes his time. That's definitely true.
he was hustling.
If you haven't seen anything from Anthony Hopkins, circa like, I don't know, Silence of the Lambs, forward, if it's only been Silence of the Lambs forward, then yeah, you'll never see Anthony Hopkins thinner.
Yeah.
Like if you see Mutiny on the Bounty, him with Mel Gibson, a young Mel Gibson,
and a younger Anthony Hopkins.
oh, a much
yeah.
younger Anthony Hopkins, where he plays the captain. That's a thin, fit, fucking almost cut Anthony Hopkins that you just never see anymore. That guy is long gone.
Yeah.
Is that like kind of like the same
It's
guy
like
you saw in the face
early.
with,
It's like early '80s. It's an
Yeah.
old story. Mutiny on the Bounty is an old story, but they did a variation of it, and they called this young, brand new guy nobody's ever heard of called Mel Gibson to play the guy who launches the mutiny.
No, wait. Let's get back on target.
And it's like
Josh,
early '80s.
Yes.
It's like before Mad Max.
Question that Adam posed.
It's awesome.
We have Westworld. We have Samurai or Shogun World. What would
I
you?
think it's Shogun, right? I think that's what the S
Yeah.
is.
What would you want to be the?
I have no
a
opinion.
third world.
I said Marvel World.
third-
I said
third
Marvel.
world,
I said
yeah.
Marvel World just because why not?
I said Rome World.
We are deep seated in
Rome
all the
World.
superhero movies. But I think HBO's already did the show called Rome.
Wait. Let Josh go.
All right.
Honestly, I would love to see like a Polynesian world where they had like the colonization of like Samoa. Well, I mean that's Samoans obviously, but I mean like the
I guess I could see
colonization
that.
of like Hawaii and
You can take this one.
like
It's-
like the
okay.
mystery of
It's a glove.
like who occupied
Okay.
Have
like
one
Easter
of these in
Island
yours.
type of thing.
Would it sway you away if you were buying a ticket for 40 grand a day to say, nah, fuck Westworld, fuck Samurai Shogun World, I want to go to Polynesian World? Like, what would be better than that?
If you had
Like, not just
yeah.
as an alternative, but what would top that? Because we're not even sure part
Yeah.
one. After,
And it's-
after
and
we
it's-
saw that,
yeah,
that
yeah.
sheet where it says, oh, your daughter's in part one. We don't know that's
Right.
Westworld.
Yeah.
So park one
Right.
could be some completely
Super
other
true.
world.
Yeah.
You know, Westworld could be park 10. Who knows?
Yeah.
So, what world would you
So, like,
want to
what would
explore?
top Westworld? What would top?
like a
Shogun?
vast world.
Yeah,
Yeah,
any-
like,
yeah,
it's really-
and it's open to
like it's
anything.
clearly it's a
No,
theme
that's
park.
Yeah.
that's really
Yeah.
I mean, I
that's
could,
really interesting.
you could do Jurassic Park.
That's true.
It is the same writer. It's still Michael Crichton. He
Yeah.
wrote Jurassic, which is why Westworld awful lot like Jurassic Park.
It has a lot of the same feelings.
Oh
It's
my
a theme
God.
park where they look alive, but they're not really
That's
real.
such a
Oh
good
my
question.
god!
It
they
takes
took
like a
over.
lot of thought to like really
It's
get
tough.
like.
That's why we're stalling. Go ahead and take
Yeah.
your time.
Yeah, I went
Yeah,
with the easy
see-
answer. I went with Marvel just because it's easy.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
easy.
Who does
There's
love
a mountain of research
Yeah,
they could
Marvel
do.
World for sure.
The only other time
Or
I can think
wait,
of is
wait, did
maybe
you do-
Star Wars or DC.
Would you do Marvel World or superhero world?
No, I
Which
don't.
is which is all the
That'd be like
superheroes.
No, I
What?
don't want to have Marvel.
What
and
about
DC mixed
Marvel
together.
World plus
I'm
Batman?
sorry. I'm
What about-
I'm pro segregation
what about-
when it comes
what
to
about-
Marvel and DC? I don't.
Shut.
I,
Shut.
what
What
are you
about
saying, Adam?
Marvel World plus Batman? Huh?
He would get his
No,
ass
no,
kicked
no,
left and right. That'd be no
forget it,
point.
no.
He needs his things.
Nah, forget it.
See, for me, I would want. I would
Then
honestly.
I'd feel sorry for Batman. The
You know
whole
what would
time.
be like actually really
Yeah.
interesting?
Then I'd wanna just
because
go to DC
I love
World.
history.
Uh huh.
So kind of like
Okay.
the Spice Trail world, where it
That's a good one.
encompasses, Like
That's
like
because that's all the
Istanbul,
big
Spice Trade World.
civilizations
Okay,
from the
yeah.
past
all the way
linked together
into
by
China,
by
goes
yeah,
through
that'd be sweet.
India, and it has all these different landscapes that keep on changing, and keeping the viewer like really interested
Okay.
on all these different vast areas. Because a lot of people honestly see like Afghanistan as like this crazy like warlord kind of land, But let's take them back to when it was the Spice
When it was
Trail.
part of the center of the universe, yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
they
Okay. Well,
they
I mean,
had-
it seems like with Westworld and Shogun World, we are talking about times in history, not
Yeah.
necessarily fantasy.
Yeah.
That seems like what the park is actually geared
They're
towards.
grounded
So
in-
right off the
they're
bat,
grounded in
Marvel,
quote-unquote
DC,
reality, yeah,
Star
yeah.
Wars, right out the window.
But in my opinion,
I don't know.
like
I see
everybody,
that.
like this new generation's like totally educated. Well, I mean, not totally educated because more
Specifically educated
yeah,
would be more
directed
apt. Yeah.
to like a certain market,
Yeah.
and let's re-educate them. You know, let's give them like the Spice Trail and get them interested in history.
I'd make
So-
World War II world.
That'd be sick.
That'd be a good
Just
one.
1943
Because-
Europe.
Because then you have like Northern
Just shooting
Africa,
Nazis
too.
all day long.
This
See,
is
I
42.
think-
42 Europe. The Germans are still in Africa, but they're fighting it out with
Yeah.
with Montgomery. They're still there.
Yep.
General Montgomery. For
And
the British.
every day was long.
Yeah,
during that
1942, kind of like the peak, just before the Russians started making the massive push in Stalingrad.
time. Like Band of Brothers
Yeah.
did it right,
well, Brandon
So you
Brothers
know what?
showed
Okay,
the
here
true
we go.
story of one company.
Here we go.
but it went through like so many different seasons. You know, and
Well-
you saw like so many different like.
Well, they went through
landscapes.
one. I mean, seasons like
Wait,
weather.
wait.
Because they only have, because I don't think they had one season, right?
Let's get
Unless I
back.
missed the season too. Shit.
Let's get back on target because I got
But you know,
relegated
they only
to
went through
last
6 months
for my third world.
or 6 months. No,
which I
8
do
months.
I do like because
Because
I
they
get
only
to
said
listen to
they
everything
started
and think
D-Day,
about everything.
and then they get to the end of the war, which is the very next
Okay, well,
year.
what is
8
your-
months later.
my
But
my
through there,
world
they
would
see
be
summer and fall, and obviously winter.
So
in
here
the
we go.
worst place in the world.
So I'm pulling a direct hook. My world, my third world
Let's hear it.
would be Ready Player One world.
Are we both-
Infinite
are we
possibilities,
yeah, but
which
are we-
would basically
but
be the same
did-
as Future World.
But didn't we say that? Well, didn't I? Sorry.
Yeah.
I think I kind of pointed out that I think they're
I'm
only
super
picking
interested in all
on.
these future world things. I mean, it
No, I
sounds
am
cool.
too, but I think they're back to what you were saying.
I'd
Joe,
say-
which is they're focusing, like you were saying, like let's educate these
For the
people
record,
on
I'm
these
changing my
companies.
answer
that's what I
to
like to see.
Viking World. I repeat,
Viking-
I've changed my
Viking
answer to
World?
Viking World.
Well, medieval world would be.
Ooh, kind of Ice
that
Age
era?
Yeah,
world.
maybe medieval world.
Yeah, but that would
too,
be pretty
yeah.
depressing.
Yeah, that would be really
That's
fucking
pretty
depressing.
Like Renaissance world.
I changed
Well,
my answer to Renaissance World. I
Renaissance
repeat,
World.
I changed my answer
I
to
like
Renaissance
world a
World.
little bit
But
better.
have you guys seen The Last Kingdom?
Mm,
It's really good.
And have you seen the show Vikings?
Okay.
That's the question. That is a great show.
yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, I guess I can see Viking. Yeah, I guess I can see Viking world.
Yeah.
I'd still stretch
Just
for,
okay.
for
raiding
future
Paris,
sci-fi
you know,
world.
just
Yeah.
raiding the
Let's
shit.
hear it.
out of
You're turning me on to
What do
Viking
you,
world. I'm starting to
yeah.
like Viking world more and more.
Yeah, see,
See, I'd
Viking World,
I'd
not so
stretch
bad,
for
not so
future
bad.
sci-fi world,
I'm
which
liking
would
that.
be probably more of kind of like probably more of like a kind of Matrixy thing,
Yeah.
where you're
Like a parallel universe
Yeah, you
type
you
of
go
thing?
in and you sit in it. It's all you're in a completely immersive virtual world with the feeling behind it. So it'd be a bunch of people sitting in vats,
Yeah.
feeling all those things, not actually doing them.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
Kind of thing,
like,
which would be cheaper on the park side and
We're-
would open up the
Okay.
exploration of
but we're talking
software
about-
to simulate people
but we're
and
talking about
simulate
worlds
feelings.
in,
Yeah,
with times in history. I'm thinking
Yeah.
Fort Lauderdale, 1999 Spring Break world. I'm liking that. Like the real world and road rules are at the height of their power. We're pre-Snooki,
God.
so we have to deal with fucking Snooki. You know, like,
and we have
well,
the Blair
well,
Witch
you
that
know,
made everybody think a movie was
I
reality.
think
yeah.
Fort Lauderdale. Like
How about that
99
combined
Spring
with
Break.
like The Purge and then Snooki?
Oh.
together?
No, but we have-
And then you just
Purge World.
Purge
There we
World.
go.
Purge World.
That's the
People
world.
would definitely sign up for Purge
Yeah.
World in whatever
and then-
timeline.
I mean,
All
that's
you have is,
basically
like,
what
the
But
celebrity
you
Westworld
can
is
do that.
hinting
You,
at.
but you can do that in Westworld anyways. Westworld's already kind of like that. Only it just takes
Yeah.
longer.
It is. And I think that's the genius of Westworld is that it combines sci-fi with the West. I mean, it's
a Western,
but
It's
it's
so
not.
smart. That
There's
it
so much
really
into the
blows my mind.
psychology of it.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
it takes all these different like niches and like combines it into one thing that still makes it interesting and it flows at the same time.
It's sci-fi and a western at the same time. It's
Yeah.
hard to
That's
pull
awesome.
that off.
Yeah,
And
it
it's
beats,
great.
it beats the hell out of Cowboys and Aliens.
It does.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It absolutely.
Which
my-
was such a
I didn't even think about that. That was the
such
last
a
major
gigantic
attempt
piece.
into sci-fi.
That was
plus.
such a gigantic piece
all right,
of shit.
all right. Spielberg world. Spielberg world. All the movies combined.
Can we acknowledge, though, this is really the first
Saving
successful
Private Ryan with E.T.? That'd be
sci-fi.
Absolutely.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oscar Schindler is running from a Tyrannosaurus Rex. I'm just saying, that could happen. Right?
Awesome.
No.
Right?
With Tom Cruise in order to make it not happen because he predicted it.
He predicted. He predicted that the
with his
T-Rex.
Scientologism.
Right. He predicted that the T-Rex would kill Oscar Schindler, so he's come back.
So he's after the T-Rex
He's after
because
the T-Rex ahead of
because
time.
of future crime. Yeah.
That's
Oh, and
super
the-
Oh,
radical.
that goddamn
and the
future crime.
And the Raptors are all Jewish. There you go. That's
Well,
how
you
you
can tell
do it.
because they're circumcised.
How you do it.
Yeah, that's how
I
you
never,
know.
I never noticed that.
Yeah.
You get that in the director's cut, don't you?
Oh yeah, exactly. That's, how you
in the
gotta get it.
director's
It's the
cut.
director's cut.
I gotta watch
only.
that again.
Yeah.
Well done, Steven. Well done, Spielberg.
Spielberg world. That would be super. He's really diverse in his films, so I mean, that
I
would
would
be
love that.
freaking amazing.
I think
Ooh,
that'd be great.
actually, now that I
Every
think
pool
about it-
contains a giant shark.
Now that I think about it, the best world would be parallel evolution world.
And now you're just making shit up.
No, I'm completely. But like, if the Rock hadn't hit because you said raptors, they probably would have evolved to be the most intelligent species.
Oh, that
You're
would be
talking
fucking
about the
cool.
movie The Good Dinosaur right now.
no,
Actually,
I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm
Well,
not.
listen,
You
I'm
are talking about the
actual
movie The
No,
Good
he's,
biology.
Dinosaur.
he's talking about the Jurassic period. So what you'd have to do is make a thing called Jurassic World.
But see, the thing
Wait a
is-
minute.
No, I'm talking about
They made a
evolution
movie
world.
called
He's talking
Jurassic.
about
But see, the thing,
dinosaurs
the thing that would be
evolving,
really
or
hard
Super
in
Mario
that
Brothers
world-
the movie
Uh-huh.
world.
Yeah.
Also,
I'm
that
just
could also
giving
be
my
what
own
you're talking
opinion.
about.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
that's
is
it's
the
all
dialogue.
opinion. It's the what?
The dialogue.
There wouldn't be any. I mean,
You know what I'm saying?
it probably wouldn't
Well-
be in English if it was a spoken language at all. Otherwise, it would just be the
No,
grunts of
you
a
would-
raptor and a T-Rex.
You would get cast into this world where time is sped up basically exponentially, and you just kind of go along with the flow
You
and
mean like the
see
movie-
how things go.
You mean
how
like the movie
things-
The Time
yeah.
Machine. With the Morlocks
yes,
and the Eli.
time is.
I mean, the Morlocks and the Eli.
Yeah, time machine / Dune the world. which
Isn't
would
the
be
Morlocks and
really
the
interesting.
Eli kind of like what's happening in Westworld anyway?
Pretty much.
There's people
Yeah.
on another
Yeah.
level that are making
Yeah,
shit
yeah,
happen, and there's
yeah.
other people that live in a fantasy life.
Yeah,
Isn't that kind of the
Yeah.
time machine anyway?
without
You know,
the
Morlocks and the Eli?
without the cannibalism.
Oh, you know
I
there's
don't know.
some cannibalism going
I
on.
don't
Oh,
know.
wait,
I think there might be some
I
cannibalism
think
going on.
definitely. I think somebody, if they're going to spend 40 large to go into Westworld,
Oh,
there's
yeah,
gonna be
they're
some
gonna have
freaky
themselves
guy
a bite.
who wants
Oh,
to
yeah.
go in there
They're
and
gonna
gnaw
get
on,
hungry, okay?
gnaw on Maeve the
Yeah.
madam. You know,
What do you
just
mean
wants-
some- what do
doesn't
you
want
mean-
to fuck her. Wants to chew on her.
What do you mean some
I believe
freaky
they call
guy?
that
Our guy
long
William
pig.
made a point of
I'm sure there's at
dismembering
least
lots
one
of people.
cannibal
Yeah.
who's made it in there over the years who just had 40 grand to spend. They're like,
Yeah.
I just want to eat somebody and not get
You know what's
charged
crazy?
for it.
I say that,
Is
Anthony
that one
Hopkins.
scene
How many
with
Bob
young
should cost me
William,
to
Okay.
shout out?
where his other friend
Uh-huh.
wakes up and everybody's all massacred.
Yeah, and they're not killed; they're
Don't know
chopped to
what fucking
bits.
happened.
Yeah, they're fucked up. Well, we're led to believe.
And there's
it
like
was
limbs
William.
missing.
We're led
Yeah.
to believe William just went nuts. He broke bad. He went full Walter.
I just
Walter
wanna
White
see
went
an
full
episode of
Heisenberg.
Well, here's what happened. He realized both at the same time that he's in love with Dolores and he's going to do whatever he can to save Dolores.
Right.
And that these hosts can't fight back past a certain point.
Yeah, they can.
So.
So he can do whatever he wants.
So he just
if
went
he's
on,
gonna,
like-
if he has a bladed weapon, he's hacking and slashing.
Grand Theft
They're
Auto
punching.
style.
Yeah.
Just-
They might punch
It's
him. He
right,
hacks at
everything.
him.
It's
They're fucked.
Red
yeah.
Dead Revolver. Red Dead Revolution.
Yes,
Right?
that's
good.
It was, and it's kind of exactly what the show is.
Yeah.
It really kind of is because it's Grand Theft Auto
Yeah.
in the Old West.
Yeah, which is
Red
You
Dead
can go in there,
Redemption.
turn on God mode, do whatever the fuck you
can
want.
we
go
just
on
take a
missions,
minute?
Not go on missions. Fuck
Can
a
we
prostitute.
just take a minute to talk about what an awesome video game Red Dead Redemption is?
Absolutely, that's what I
Oh,
was talking
so
about. Red Dead
amazing.
Redemption.
Yes,
I love that.
thank you.
game.
Come on, up top.
Up
That
top.
game was-
Yeah.
all
right.
Yeah.
There you go.
You gotta hit me.
Very
I have to keep
awesome
reaching
game.
Yeah.
over. to
One
hit
more
you.
time. Come on.
All right.
Which is
There
again,
we go.
why I have to come back to Ed Harris' character should have been bald
Oh,
as
for
an
God's
homage
sakes.
to the original.
It's okay. You gotta
Because the
change shit
original
up.
movie
to the
is
Yul
fucking
Brynner?
bad. Yeah, to
That's
the
what
Yul
he
Brenner,
wants.
the bald cowboy that
That's
dresses
what he
in all
wants.
black.
Wasn't
Yeah.
Yul Brenner a bot?
Yeah,
Yeah,
who
he was.
realized he was a
Yeah.
bot
So
and
Teddy
and
should have been
started
bald.
the revolution. Yeah.
So Teddy or
Gotcha.
Dolores. Dolores should have been bald, is what he's saying.
No, I'm
Because
saying
Dolores is the one who kind of gets. Maybe Maeve. Maybe Maeve should be bald. She's the one who actually really good.
No, Ed Harris.
madam.
Ed Harris, the one that wants the same thing.
He wasn't a bot.
Ed Harris wants
But
the same thing as
was,
Ford.
and he was bald.
No,
Right.
Ed
Right.
Harris wants the same thing as Ford. He wants the robots to be free. Only
No, Ed
he
Harris
wants
wants-
them in the park.
Yeah, you
Ford
see-
wants them
Ed
in the
Harris
world.
wants
You
to
see
finally
Ed
get
Harris
shot.
in the last episode.
Yeah.
He finally
Yeah.
wants to get
He didn't
shot.
even know what was going on. But
That
he
was
looked at-
such a great
he looked at-
moment when he
He
got
got
shot
shot,
in
and
the
he loved
arm,
it.
He was
and he
just
had a
like,
look of
real
pure
pain,
joy in
a
his
real
face.
This is what
Yeah.
I want.
This is it.
I already
Yeah.
talked about this in the
Chaos.
podcast, but still.
Yeah.
No, he wants danger, which
Right.
he never
Reality.
gets. Yeah,
Did
exactly.
you-
And he
okay.
got it. He got it with a bullet in the arm. He's like, that's a real bullet. I
Um,
really got shot.
Wait,
For the
it's-
first time in like 30-something years, I
Wait,
actually got
it's
shot.
Josh, right?
Yes, sir.
Did you like that there was a dual storyline with William and Ed Harris, the younger and the older? Did you like that? Because I didn't. I kind of hated that.
I don't think
No,
it
I liked
matched
it.
up correctly.
Yeah, I kind of feel the same way.
I don't think the faces match up, honestly.
Well, that
Yeah,
doesn't
I mean-
doesn't matter.
Yeah,
But
I mean, I
But
dig the
I-
trick. I didn't like how William actually broke bad like that. I wasn't.
I just
thrilled
don't
with that.
think.
'Cause
Yeah,
I was
I-
rooting for William.
I don't think that you
And
can
he
get like
turns into an asshole.
super innocent like that and turn like.
Well,
I
see,
bought
what-
it.
see,
Because
what-
there was always something slightly off about
Only
William to
Walter
me.
White could do that.
William was always
we'll,
had a
right.
little.
We'll-
bit of a screw
okay.
loose.
I kind of
Okay.
feel the same way. I didn't really buy it that much,
But don't you believe though that William always had a little bit of a screw loose? And
but
that
he
there was
doesn't.
always
But at the
was
same
just the
time-
insecurity. There was always just that massive
but-
little bubbling up of violence in
But
him.
you know what?
That
Well,
at
because
any
he
point
was
could go
suppressed.
full on it.
He was.
Ed Harris.
He was subdued.
For a
Yeah.
guy who was about to get
And,
married to the boss's daughter,
Yeah.
he was very depressed for some reason. I'm still not
because he had the
entirely
dickhead
sure.
son of the boss.
Yeah, I
like-
know, but he does away with that guy. He sends him off tied naked to a horse and slaps him on the horse in the back like, go
But
die,
that's
motherfucker.
his hero's journey, though. I mean, that's
That's not the hero's journey. That's the
No,
villain's
that
journey.
comes
That's
up
Anakin
at the end
turning
of
into
his.
Darth
I'm
Vader's
saying
journey.
at the end of his arc. That's what he does at the end of his arc. Is send him
Well,
off
see,
once
okay.
he finishes.
Okay, back
his main
on-
story.
Yeah.
back
yeah.
on target. Back to a little bit of what we like to do. One of the best parts
Yeah,
is our
so on
rewrite.
target. Shut up.
Back to a little bit of the rewrite.
Yeah,
I would have
back.
liked if William
Yeah.
was somebody who did everything that Ed Harris did and just said, I'm done with this. This is bullshit, and left. And Ed Harris was his friend and kind of went along with him and decided to keep going and go a step further.
I think they could have.
Like he learned from William everything about the maze, everything about the park.
I did.
And just went, you know what? I want more from this, and
Look.
succumbed to his own addiction instead of
Okay.
living in reality.
You know, it'd be a really
And
good
William
place.
took a step outside and went, "Fuck this! This is bullshit. I'm gonna go back to reality.
All right. Well,
I've got to do this fun thing for a little while. I'm done."
All right. Listen.
And Ed Harris was like,
That
"I learned
could
from William,
have
but
happened.
since I own all of this,
well,
I want to
yeah.
take it to the next level.
Okay.
I'm personally invested." And you have that setup of addiction and weakness, and that I can't just leave it and go back to the real world like somebody who was better, who was William.
If you're not
I'm
a
stuck
writer,
here.
you should be a writer.
I'm good with big overarching story ideas, but
He's a
when it
big
comes to
picture guy.
actually-
But
yeah,
when it comes to
yeah.
writing,
horrible.
so not a writer.
Horrible.
So not a writer. But that's okay. We have one.
Yeah. Yeah.
My version of William
Yeah.
would have been awesome to see him definitely take over the company,
Uh huh.
but have Ed Harris's character, like the Dark Man or
Mhm.
whatever
Yeah.
they call him,
Yeah.
be kind of like his muse in the park. And
Like, what's it doing now? I'm done with it. What's it doing now?
you have to be,
Yeah.
you know, the anti-hero. You have to be in there and
Yeah.
just, you know, fuck shit up on occasion to make
Yeah.
stuff interesting.
Yeah.
Right.
And report back to me.
break the loose.
And make,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
make William more like vindicated, being like this like corporate guy.
Don't even worry about it.
I didn't mind.
I don't like that. Like we all kind of don't like that they
Well,
tie them together.
I didn't. No. I didn't. No,
Okay,
I
okay.
didn't mind the dual storyline.
I like
didn't
the
mind,
dual
no,
storylines.
I didn't mind it. I just didn't
It was a
think
good twist
I just
ending.
didn't think it was done the way I would have done it. Okay, I didn't mind it. I appreciate the twist. Everybody knew the theory ahead of time. It was online. Everybody posted
well, they had
it.
the theory after
the theory
first
was out
4
left and
episodes.
right. The only reason
yeah.
I thought it wasn't true was because, well, how come Bernard never gets any older? That can't be true. Oh, Bernard's a host. He doesn't get older. Okay, fine. It's a little girl from Beautiful Mind. She never gets older. Oh, well, that's fine.
Yeah, that's kind of another
Same
problem
shit.
for me,
but
too.
I didn't have that problem with. I mean, my problem with it was where it ended in relation to his relationship with Dolores. I get it. Over the last couple decades, he's gone through the same shit with Dolores left and right, again and again.
But he was
but
Bernard,
again and again, and of course he falls out of love with her because he has to, over those decades, realize she's not real. I'm not really in love. This is all bullshit.
Yeah.
However, she gets the fucking update, like a few of them do, and what does that update do? It makes them start remembering shit.
Yeah.
Because that's what Arnold said, or Ford, or whatever.
Yeah.
Said, listen, the only reason they can't learn from their mistakes is because they can't remember anything. If we put in a small update that lets a few of them remember things, we'll actually start to see them grow, and that's how you get a real AI. It can learn from previous experiences.
They can learn
you
from
wipe
its
their memory all
mistakes,
the time, they don't learn shit.
Yeah.
If you let them remember things, then you'll actually see a person and a consciousness happen.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's what happens. That happens with the fucking update. But that doesn't happen until decades later.
Yeah.
So what I love this scene is
It's
that
the last thing that happens.
He falls in love and he's on the trail and he's got to go find her. That's where we kind of leave William. Young
Yeah,
William.
we totally leave him.
And then that's the big reveal is when we find out Ed Harris is William. And that over the past 20-something years, he's caught up with her several times since. That's not new.
It's 35 years.
But it's always the same.
shit.
Right, but it's always the same shit. So, of course, he fell out of love with her.
True.
But now, she can remember shit.
Yeah.
Now she is growing like she's never done before. I would have liked to have seen her at the beginning of that update. Now him being like, oh, it's the same shit. I might as well just shoot you or fuck you. Because he doesn't give a shit about her at this point, right?
Yeah.
But now that she starts remembering things, maybe it trips him up. Now she's different, and I would like to have seen him fall in love back with her again, and then have her kill him, and then have her blow his head off, because that would have been more emotionally powerful if he started falling back in love with her again. Now that she started remembering their history together, and he's like, "Oh my God, you remember?
Well,
You've never remembered."
He might, since she fucking killed Anthony Hopkins.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
and it might just be like this duo. That
presumably the line of Indians that were coming after him
he's
killed
dead.
him.
He's dead.
Where he's probably dead. He got shot once and he smiled. We just didn't see him get ended, but we're led.
We don't know that he's.
We don't know. We don't know.
Mysterious guy.
You're right, and I'm holding out hope, but I would like to have seen it gone that way, where he started, instead of being this cold bastard.
Where he didn't write her off.
We've seen Ed Harris as a cold bastard for 9.5 episodes, up until that point where he bumps into her again, and he clearly sees that she is remembering shit. The only thing he's got in his mind is the fucking maze. What if he went a different way?
Oh, can I ask one question about the maze?
And started kind of falling in love because
what do you got about the maze, Adam?
I would have loved seeing that, and then then have her doing it.
He's asking about the maze.
I have one question about the maze, and as we all know, the maze,
I will tell you what I know about it.
It is
but only what I know
revealed
about
to be just a metaphor for consciousness that the robots must go through.
That's what I know about it.
Must go through.
It's kind of a test. If you can make it
there are
here,
images
you've gotten consciousness
of the maze hidden all over the place.
Yeah.
Why is there a maze hidden under the scalp of an Indian? Why was it put there, and how the fuck did he know to cut it open?
It was on Scalps of Indians.
I'm going to have to say kind of bad writing.
No, I was going to say it's been 20 years. At some point, you're going to do everything
it has
in the
to
game.
Be a clue.
Yeah.
Listen, how do you find clues in Grand Theft Auto?
Okay,
because somebody plays the game every single hour of the day for a month straight.
One other clue that I've noticed. Okay, so when William first walks in to get dressed, that girl that's with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love her.
Okay.
The English girl.
Oh,
I love her.
She's the same exact girl that helps to bind him up.
Well, she's the same.
She's part of White.
Yeah, she's a host.
She was retasked.
Okay, but why?
She was retasked.
No. What he's asking is why was she retasked?
Oh, I don't know. They keep retasking. Well, they retask Clementine.
Well, no, I'll have to say here.
Well, no, they retasked Clementine because remember Clementine was just a
I know, but that's an obvious.
The
Well,
top
no, here's the
pick,
thing.
because they wanted to get rid of Maeve.
No,
right?
here's the thing.
But
This is why.
Didn't they say at some point they revolve everybody around? They said, well, we finally found a reason to retire Maeve.
I
Let's
thought
make
it was
Clementine.
only
Sorta.
like if they
Well,
when
no,
they become
here's the thing.
defective, then they move them out.
No,
but I don't think
I think they said they kind of revolve around because Maeve
I missed
was
that
a
part.
farm girl. Now she's the madam. Our Abernathy was a cold-blooded killer. Now
moved
he's
around,
Dolores'
yeah.
father.
Okay, yeah, that's true.
But it wasn't because Abernathy did anything wrong. It was because it was just time to recycle shit. Because presumably, people come to the park every day and they see the same hosts every single day.
Yeah.
You move these people around, it's like a new park, even though it's not a new park.
Yeah.
It's the same consciousness.
Yeah, she was.
But it's a different house.
No,
so it's kind of like
she was
it's like a
retasked.
cheap version of an upgrade.
She was retasked.
It's like when
this
Apple
very, like,
makes a
yeah.
change to anything, and
No.
you have to go out and spend $2,000 on it.
No,
It's
no.
the same shit as it
let
was
me
6
hear
months ago,
No,
but it's a little bit different.
It's more.
Tiny different.
It's more ground level than that.
Yeah, even,
It's because
even worse.
no.
than
Think
that.
think about it this way. You're old enough to have been going to a store for long enough, and then all of a sudden, everything's in a whole new place.
Right, yeah.
Because the people at the top decided that
Different schematic.
things should be different,
Yeah.
and that's exactly it.
There was
It's like-
nothing wrong with the
it's
iPhone
the,
6.
It's the
Well,
same.
you have to say the 7
yeah.
because it is a slightly better camera.
Yeah, it's this. It's the same
that
thing.
one
It's
change.
like
Yeah, it's cheap to do.
you don't wear your favorite shirt all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
that's a good example.
but there
I like
there was a time when you did.
Right.
But
right.
because
Yeah.
it's your favorite shirt, you stop wearing it all the time, so it can
I-
always be your favorite shirt.
Right.
So you walk
But I
into
think-
you walk into a place, you have a host that says, "This is what we're
Right.
going to do."
But I think-
over time, people will be like, "I'm tired of seeing the same person every time I
But
show
I
up.
don't
I'm
know if
tired
you
of
guys
seeing
know
the
that.
same
I think-
people."
Because
I
in that situation, when Ed Harris was getting tied up, he was really taken off guard, man.
No, he wasn't. He was like,
Well,
he
was
was
kind of
happy
laugh-
to see. He
half
was happy to
laughing
see
at
her
them.
again.
Well, every single time
Yeah.
they got close to murder him, he was like,
Okay,
"Go ahead,
why-
do it."
No, he was.
Do
yeah,
it.
yeah.
And then he knew they couldn't pull the trigger. He's like, "I knew you couldn't do it."
He was happy to
willing
see her
bet.
again.
Well, yeah.
I'm willing to bet because he hadn't seen her since he first showed up.
I'm willing to bet he's seen her
Yeah,
in
that's what I'm thinking.
thought it-
bro.
Or he's seen her
okay,
multiple
okay,
times,
okay.
but never actually
Thank you.
interacted with
Thank-
her. Yeah,
thank
yeah.
you. I'm
yeah.
willing to bet he has seen that host
Uh-huh.
in several different positions before,
Yeah.
and just now it's in a position where she's got a knife to his throat.
So maybe the
But
maze,
he knows
Maybe
still.
the
Yeah.
maze
She's not gonna do
really is a fucking pattern.
Well, no,
It's
the,
not-
the,
it's
the
not
maze
like
is
a
for
certain
well, that's why it was.
place
That's why it
in
was
time.
never for Ed
The maze-
Harris.
the maze
The
is for the
always
host.
For that host. If they actually
Yeah.
reach the end of the maze, they have had to jump through every single hurdle. That is to get real consciousness, according to Arnold, who set up the maze.
yeah,
You guys
and
are
and that's
awesome. I gotta piss right now.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
okay. We got to get more drinks.
It's
And,
Yeah.
a good
and we're
conversation, man.
no. We come back for the next podcast because
Yeah.
I think we're wrapping up this week's episode.
yeah.
All right.
Because we're at
What time- what
something
time?
like an hour.
What time?
It's like
yeah.
9:40 at
Okay.
this point, but I think we started around 8:40. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Did you get to say everything you wanted?
I think I said just about everything.
You sure?
Let's
We did a lot of talking.
Yeah.
do some summarizing.
I definitely did a lot of talking.
Yeah.
But I got a lot to say about Westworld.
Yeah.
I got a lot to say too.
Well,
Good.
I already
Well,
told him that it might be a two-parter because he does have to leave.
He
We,
does,
we, can
sadly.
keep, we can keep going afterwards, but yeah.
That's true. I take no offense to that.
So,
Okay.
so we'll focus. Is there anything else that you want to say?
Anything else
You're
I wanna
you're gonna
say?
close us out.
Yeah.
Take as long as you want. There's no limit on this open mic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for that. Speaking of which, can we improv a little bit here and just keep the conversation going just a few more minutes? Just about final thoughts. Let's just do a round table final thoughts.
I thought we did, and we just never really got off a Guy, so I just kind of jumped in there.
Yeah, I know we went.
Guy
to,
was
we
Guy
went
goes
to
on
Guy,
until I
and then
I
the
do,
conversation
I
just
do,
went
I
all
do.
over the place.
Guy goes on until
So,
I interrupt him. There's
John,
a give and take.
okay, you go final thoughts, then I'll go after you. Okay, how about that?
I kind of summed up my final thoughts. I would have rewritten the dual timeline thing. I would have done it so Ed Harris starts falling in love with Dolores again, and then Dolores is the one who kills Ed Harris.
No, would you keep,
I would have done that.
would you keep Ed Harris as William though?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. No. Again.
'Cause I wouldn't.
No. I like the idea. I mean, I like the theory when I first heard about
Yeah.
it, but I didn't think it was true because of the Bernard thing. And then we find out Bernard's a host and he doesn't age. Oh well.
Yeah.
I guess my idea goes out
Yeah.
the window. But I know I dig the idea, and even though I was kind of half spoiled because I heard the theory ahead of time, so I kind of when I saw it,
Yeah.
I wasn't shocked. Okay, fine. Bruce Willis is dead the whole time, but I kind of knew it.
Yeah.
Okay, it's fine. I get it. But at the same time, I was like, I would do it slightly different. I would do it that way. I would try to turn him back to the good side of the Force.
Yeah, because there's
so to speak, there's Return of the Jedi. And Darth Vader starts turning back into Anakin.
That's true. He does
little by little, and then he dies.
Yeah,
I would have liked to have seen that, but at a better level, which is he starts turning back into the William that we've all kind of rooted for.
Totally rooted for.
Yeah, I would have liked to have seen him
not
being Gristle, but as a
I
result,
gotta say, I saw
Dolores
some into that.
Yeah,
but
because
as a result
Dolores
of
becoming more and more.
Becoming more and more of a person.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there should be
just-
more of that, absolutely.
Right, because she was becoming more and more of a person. So I think that should have been the trigger on his journey of him dragging her along.
I agree with you.
I think that would have been a great time and a perfect
And I think that's all going to happen in season 2.
Right, but I think that would have been a perfect opportunity for her to not declare her independence, but to realize that her priority, her motivation is to leave.
Yeah.
And the first step is to blow off William's head.
Yeah.
She's not happy about it, but she's got to do it.
Yeah.
Because he runs the company. It's his job to keep him there. It's his job to keep him there just to amuse him. So he loves her again.
And
she kind of loves him, but at the same time, she now reaches that real pure version of consciousness where she actually loves herself more.
Right.
Yes.
And in an ultimate sacrifice for her own being, she blows his head off. That would have made a lot more sense to me, and emotionally, I would have been humbled.
Yeah.
And I would have been fucking just dropped to the floor if I saw that happen.
Right.
But you know what? That's what I would love to have seen
And
happen
that-
because it
and
would have
that
been
would-
so powerful.
And that would be a great
that's me.
that would be a
That's
great
me.
juxtapose because when the first time
Yeah.
she killed the person that granted her and worked with
That
her to
would
her
be
consciousness,
Arnold.
she didn't have a choice.
That's right.
She did not have a
That's
choice.
right. This
he
time
made
she-
her do it.
Right.
And
Right.
stuck her with the memory.
Right.
Now
Right.
she
Now
knows
she has
what
a
that's
choice,
like
and her
has
choice
to do
is
it.
to kill somebody
Yeah.
that she loves dearer
Yeah.
than anybody else.
Yeah.
Except for maybe Teddy.
Yeah.
But we keep forgetting about Teddy.
Teddy's her sidekick.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's
So
her
you
That
know
guy
what?
sidekick.
always
Yeah.
plays the
So-
same character in everything
He
he
gets
does.
killed over
Whether
and
he's
over
Cyclops
Yeah.
or Teddy
Listen, he's a good guy, and good
or
guys
Tina
finish
Fey's
last.
boyfriend, he's always
He's
the
a
same
good guy,
character.
and good guys finish last.
Yeah.
That's what he just backs
Yeah.
up that. But anyway, that's what I would have done differently. Outside of that, I don't think I would have changed anything
Yeah.
else. I like the way it is. That's something I would have done differently because I know that from just the sheer power of seeing that scene that I can envision in my head.
Oh, dear.
That would have blown me away, and I would have been like, "Oh my god, I don't know what I'm going to do now." Like, love is dead, but it's somehow more powerful. Like I don't know.
Yeah, and you can almost
That would have done it to me. So good.
I can actually almost kind of
I would
see
like
it.
that.
They go back and forth. They
Plus, it'd be
fight
nice
back
to-
and forth, and he's like, "I'm only here because I love you and I want you to be,
Well,
be
no,
free."
no, I would have been like,
Yeah.
Tears are rolling
It
down her
would've
face.
been nice
She
to-
pulls out the gun. She puts it to his head.
Yeah.
Hesitates, and she's like,
it
"I
would-
love you." Blows his
Yeah.
fucking head off.
I love you, but
Yeah.
I have to do this.
I love you.
Or I love
Bam.
you, but I
It
love you
feels
more.
like,
Yeah.
all those
Yeah.
scenes
Yeah.
would have been great in the show, but it feels like there was they were cramming so much story. This is my
Yes.
only problem. Is they're cramming so much story into a little show. Like every single part they
Well,
had.
it's written down
needed to be-
purposely to appeal.
Well,
and
it's
that's
an
the
hour.
problem.
It's an
Yeah.
hour-long show, and it's HBO, so they're gonna
Yeah.
cram it a bunch. Look at any episode of The Sopranos; they cram a bunch.
They-
into
yeah,
every
they
hour.
do.
That's what they
Yeah.
do. But you know what? That's good.
That's
That
my-
would have
yeah.
been my only real change, and that would have made more sense to me, and I would have loved to
Yeah.
have seen that.
Less.
From a writing stance, I would have been blown
Yeah.
the fuck away, and it wouldn't have taken any special effects to do.
Less
That would've blown
talking,
me.
more showing.
Yeah.
Right? I think
Yeah.
that kind of sums it up. Less
yeah,
talking.
I mean, I don't think that Evan Rachel was a bad actress
No,
No,
not
she's
at
good.
all.
Not
I think she's
She's
in
great.
line for an Emmy after this.
Yeah, because she does do it.
She
does do it.
I
So
think
needs an Emmy
she
for this.
fucking-
She does do. I'm
She's
over
so
here in
neat.
crazy land.
Yeah.
I'm
She-
completely
she
calm.
brings the
I'm over
thunder.
here in emotional land. I'm completely calm.
She may
whatever
she,
needs
she
to
may
be for
not
the
win
scene.
an
Yeah.
Oscar, but she could
Yeah.
win an Emmy for this.
Oh, yeah.
Happily.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, that's my final thoughts.
Okay, my final thoughts.
Yeah, what do you
Overall, great show. I have no major gripes of what to change, other than the fucking CGI Anthony Hopkins.
Other than that,
Other than that,
terrible.
that
Other
was
than
terrible.
that,
Overall,
okay.
I thought it was a great show because honestly, I didn't see any of the surprise coming when it turned out.
Okay.
Turned out that Bernard was a host. That totally got me by surprise. When it turns out that he was what's his name?
Arnold.
That he was on the whole time got me totally by surprise. The ending, the ending of the giant robot uprising was so great, so cathartic. They completely earned that ending. It was just done so well.
It wasn't a
with
gunfight,
the
it was a
looks
massacre.
on all the host faces.
The tattoo chick.
The tattoo chick.
And
oh my god.
the badass.
Oh yeah, that was great.
Oh, yeah,
that was great.
Yeah.
The gods are pussies.
The guy from 300, the guy who was King Xerxes from 300.
Oh, that's right. That's him.
Yeah,
that's
him.
it. Yeah.
He was so fucking great.
That's him.
As just the mysterious stranger. He was.
Dude, when he put that knife to the guy's chest, he's like, "It's just you and me now." Bam! Fuck this.
Yeah, fuck this.
Yeah.
God damn it.
It's
Yeah.
awesome.
It fucking delivered for me. I thought this was a
Love
great
the scene,
show.
man. She gets her arm caught. Die well.
Well, see, I like
a
that.
fucking Viking.
She just cuts it
now I
off.
want to see Viking.
She cuts her arm
Well,
off.
see, I like that
Yeah,
because
that was great.
It's a nice, really great subtle hint because you hear the guys with the guns saying freeze all motor functions.
Yeah, they still don't know.
They know that they're not talking to her.
Yeah, I know.
When they say that,
Yeah.
so you're like, yeah, the fucking samurais came to life too.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
God.
Awesome. All right, so
Yeah.
that's your final thought?
That's my final thought.
All right.
Excellent show. I fucking loved
I
it.
think we did yours already.
I think we did.
I had to cut you
Yeah.
off early.
No, it's cool. It's
But
cool.
okay, that's fine. That's usually at our time limit anyway.
Yeah.
I usually suck down 2 of these. You usually get through 2 of those.
Yeah.
Adam sits there blankly.
That's
usually how it goes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty much.
yeah.
That's how it goes.
That's episode like 20 something or
Yeah.
whatever. 10, 15, 30.
21. I hope
20 something.
I hope this stacks up against the Doctor Strange because we're on the cusp of breaking 300 on that.
No,
Shop talk now.
Shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I know.
That's
I was
a lot.
surprised too.
That's a lot.
I will say this. I think it's because people thought it was the actual movie. But you know what? Fuck that. It's in there. It's in there and it's out there.
We'll take it. Why not?
Yeah, we'll take it.
We'll take it. I'm part of this now too. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, and we'll call
to
that
change
the
it.
we'll call that
change
the
around here.
end of the Westworld podcast.
Part 2.
Part 2. Maybe there's a part 3. We'll see.
We'll see about that.
We'll see.
Bye.
Bye.
Good night.